We're in a town. It's not really a town.
No, we're at
It's
a
roadhouse. Yeah, it's called Three Ways Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Three Ways because this is the intersection of three major highways. You can go up to Darwin, down to Alice Springs, or turn east back towards Cairns. So yesterday, obviously, we left off the video in a different town, about 1,000 kilometers from here.
Oh my gosh.
So we just took yesterday to just get some miles behind us because there's a big weather front coming in, a storm coming in the area, and a lot of these roads flood. Anyone who has ever been on a long road trip is just familiar with that one day where you have to cover some miles.
Yeah, that was a long,
So that's what we did yesterday. And today, what are we doing?
We are heading north up, we're making our way towards Darwin. I think we're gonna stop in a town called Catherine, which is like 6.5 hours away, and there's some small things along the way that we're gonna go see.
Yeah, the road trip continues.
Look how busy it is here. It is insane. I thought like we were gonna be in the Northern Territory and there'd be like, it'd be desolate and like we'd see one other car, but the last roadhouse we went to, where we tried going to, was so booked out that like there were people like overflowing. We had to drive 2 more hours here, and we still got one of the last rooms here. It's just like there's so many people here. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 flies on you.
Gross.
All day yesterday we were driving with the road trains, and out here they're like minimum 3 to 4 lengths long. You have to take a left here to go on the road. Yeah. Surprisingly though, the road train, like the truck drivers themselves are really nice. They're super courteous. They don't drive aggressively, and they like let you know when you can pass them. They use their indicators.
Yeah, everyone warned us about these guys shoving us off the road, but the truck drivers in the U.S. are way more irritating.
Oh my God.
With that. Yeah.
And they all wave. It's, very pleasant. We just did something really dumb. We forgot to check out at the roadhouse, and we drove 30 minutes, and now we just turned back around and we're gonna drive 30 minutes back. So we just added a little over an hour to our trip. That's fine. Trying to stay positive. It's still daylight. The rain looks like it's not coming in. Yeah.
Tia's returning the key and trying to talk them out of dinging us for the late checkout. Now that we're back in Three Ways again, I've actually been thinking about something. We would have turned left here to go south to Alice Springs, and I wanted to ask you guys if it's worth the 1,000-mile detour just to go to Uluru, because there's a lot of really cool stuff down there, the more I've been looking on the internet, that would be a lot cooler with a 4x4. So I just wanted to get everyone's opinion, like, should we come back with a 4x4, or is it worth a 1,000-mile detour right now when we're done in Darwin? I'm gonna get gas. Gas here is expensive. Not as bad in the Nullarbor, but pricey. This, though, so many little birds and bugs that just keep flying in front of the car. We are an hour and a half behind schedule, so we're going to cover a little bit of ground. We've been on the road for 3-ish hours, 4 maybe? Tia brought us here. This is a place called Dally Waters.
Yep.
There's supposed to be a famous pub back here. They say this is a town, but it's really like a aircraft graveyard / giant motor home park.
There are so many people here.
It has a really weird vibe to it, but it's an interesting place. Let's go. So there's like a line to get into town here. And over here we've got a junkyard slash museum. It's a bunch of old vehicles, which is kind of interesting. This is the main street right here. It's a very small town, but it's a huge attraction. Like
we're in the middle of
are hundreds of motorhomes here. And then also just people in vans and cars like us just visiting. I mean, to be fair, this is the first town that we've come across in 500 miles.
Something like that.
It's just been roadhouses, a lot like the Nullarbor. Anyways, this was the biggest attraction
Between here and Catherine.
between where we started this morning and Catherine. It's kind of wild.
I think there's also a petting zoo back there.
Also a bunch of signs all over the place claiming that there's a KFC down the road. There's definitely not a KFC here.
They put the KFC above the chicken coop.
Oh my gosh, you did.
Did you even notice?
Well, you want to go get something at the pub?
Yeah. This place used to be a McDonald's. It says it's the shortest lived, most remote, least visited, and most limited menu McDonald's that have ever been built and then demolished in the world. Can you order here?
Yeah. What are you having?
Okay.
The kitchen was closed, so.
Got some midday beers.
This place is wild. I don't know why, it's just like.
This is the weirdest place we've ever been. This is weird, but like in a cool way. Like in an eclectic way.
Yeah, there's like this live venue back here. The guy playing country music.
And like all the walls inside are covered with like souvenirs from people who are passing by that just like stick them to the wall and stuff.
Yeah, just taking into account how remote this place is, it's just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
But it does seem like a nice place to like kick back in the middle of a road trip and just kind of relax for a few hours.
That's what we're gonna do.
We're making tuna and crackers because the other place didn't have food.
We're having a little picnic on Blueberry. This is cute.
Okay, so thoughts on the Northern Territory?
Thus far?
Thus far. We haven't reached the capital yet, but still.
I loved our like intro to the Northern Territory. We got into town last night and there was a tree frog just like sitting in the toilet bowl. Like I looked at it, I did scream a little bit and then Cheveyo, took him outside, but that was quite the surprise. So it seems like it's way more like nature meets people here.
I'm really glad that we came up here because I get the distinct impression that not as many people visit the Northern Territories as probably anywhere else in Australia. And it is really cool up here. It's just like a different world from the rest of Australia.
Yeah.
It feels like a frontier. That's the term I was trying to think of.
The Northern Territory?
Yeah, it feels like a frontier. It feels like how I would assume parts of Alaska feel. It's inhospitable. I mean, we're in the dead of winter and it's hot as hell up here. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Okay, so we gotta get to Catherine.
Yep.
Usually we like to just stop several times a day, but occasionally there's a turnoff that just immediately turns to a dirt road.
Which Blueberry can't handle.
We're trying not to rattle Blueberry to death here. Yeah. She's a champion, but she's not built for that stuff.
No. Is that a goat?
It's very well fed.
Yeah, my kid's getting patted at this beach line, but it's not.
don't know whether these are birds or bats, but they're super loud. I think they must be bats at this time of day. That's pretty cool. Anyways, got to our hotel, and the best news is... Tia, you want to tell everybody the good news?
Is it the internet speed? The normal person who just casually uses the internet, it doesn't really matter. But for people who upload videos, this is like, we sat outside a gas station last night trying to upload a vlog, and it just didn't work. So we missed one, which was a bummer. But now, like, just immediately makes me want to like live in this hotel room for the next like 2 weeks.
For the YouTube side of things, it's nice to be back in civilization again. There's also a grocery store down the street, which is really, really nice. So, yeah.
I have so much pent-up energy.
Today we're going to make it to Darwin, but first we're going to stop at Litchfield National Park. Also, the very keen observers amongst everybody may have noticed something. Tia's driving! Ba ba ba!
On that long drive, was that like 2 days ago? I was able to really start driving, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, behind the scenes, Tia's been...
oh, wait. I know how to drive. I meant with the manual.
They probably got that.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Tia does know how to drive. Behind the scenes, she's been learning how to drive manual, and she wanted to wait till she was confident to showcase it. Oh, also, last time Tia drove, a few people talked about the legalities of it with having a license that's certified to drive manual in Australia. And we're actually driving through a reciprocity agreement that the US and Australia has, so we're driving on Tia's American driver's license right now. So yeah, hopefully that clears that up. So this is Litchfield National Park.
Yeah, so the first stop we saw a sign for termite mounds, so now we're here.
Looking at the map this morning as Tia was driving.
Oh, can we just take a moment? I pulled into this parking lot and I didn't stop. It was a big day for me. That was very, very good.
You're improving rapidly. I was looking at the map this morning and we're really not that far from Indonesia. And the climate's very similar up here.
Yeah, it's like humid and very hot, and the sun is like searing through all the layers of my skin.
I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah, that's been great.
Yeah. Anyways, there's supposed to be giant termite mounds here, so we're gonna see if we can find some of those.
Oh my god! These ones are different than the ones we've been seeing. Because we've definitely have been seeing like whole areas just like covered in termite mounds, like to the point where they seem like there's more than trees. These are different. They kind of look like tombstones. Kind of creepy. But.
So these termites are called magnetic termites, and we're reading that the mounds are always, without fail, built facing north-south, and that's temperature control, basically. So it's a little bit different than the ones that we've been seeing. The other ones are called cathedral termites, and they're often built in the shade of a tree or a place that's very dry. These magnetic termites, they only build their mounds in floodplains. But they're freaking huge, look at this.
I can't, there's so many
at that.
of them. Don't they look like we're in a graveyard or something?
Yeah, it's a little bit eerie. They just look like these almost like alien monoliths. We found one that's not fenced off.
So
These things are huge. They can get up to 18 feet. This looks like it's maybe 12 feet.
They can get to 100 years old. I think they said these might be 50. Can you imagine in another 50 years how much bigger it's gonna be?
Tia for scale. There she is. There's Tia. That's the biggest thing I've ever seen made by an insect.
That's cool. The next stop is a waterfall, and I didn't know this, but Litchfield National Park itself is really known for all of their waterfalls, which is interesting because it's so dry here. But apparently there are a lot of really nice ones that are people friendly, because saltwater crocs don't come up here, so we might swim a little bit since it's very toasty.
I think it's so dry just because it's dry season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think they have more like wet season, dry season rather than like winter, summer?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because, yeah, this is very nice winter.
Wow.
Yeah, this is awesome. There are a lot of people here, so I'm guessing there's no crocodiles. So
Apparently they have freshwater crocs here, which don't really like to eat people as much. I mean, this place is like a public swimming pool, so evidently there's not a lot of danger here. But yeah, man, it's crowded, but I can see why you can't blame them. The water temperature, because we waded through this water to get this spot to sit on. The water temperature is perfect.
It's like a little oasis. In the middle of the desert. I love it.
It's really cool. Is it cold?
Yeah. Are you gonna come in? Is it cold?
Yeah, it's so nice. There's actually a bunch of fish down there.
No, don't tell me that. Is there a fish? No, it's like when there's fish, there's things that eat fish.
Lunchtime. So we're at another lookout for another waterfall, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah, this place is full of them. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think next up we're heading to Darwin, which is going to be the first city. That's yours. Okay. That's going to be the first city that we've really been to since Cairns.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's kind of mushy. That's a mushy cheers.
These avocados, by the way, are so good. The ones that we got in
yeah, the farm a couple days ago.
Queensland?
Yeah. Also, these mandarins are so good. And if anyone's wondering, the smaller ones taste way better than the bigger ones. The big ones kind.
Really good. Okay, can someone tell me what the heck these things are? I don't know if you can see it really well with the overcast lighting, but it's like a nest or something. They use the dead leaves, it looks like, to like fold it into themselves. And this tree is covered in them.
We're just getting into Darwin, and it's a double-lane road, and it's paved all the way to the side. Oh, it's so smooth. This is nice. I feel a little spoiled.
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
It's like the first time we came into Adelaide from
Oh, after the Nullarbor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that one right there.
Okay.
I don't know where to park.
We're gonna try here.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Can you go check in?
Yeah.
It's the 10-pack wonders. Wow.
Holy moly.
We have way too much stuff.
What happened to it?
Ridiculous. We're here for almost a week.
I love blueberry,
It's a
but
nice hotel room.
having a little
Don't
too
say
much.
anything bad about Blueberry. No. She's still gonna take us to Perth.
Oh yeah, I know.
You can't trash talk her.
I'm not trash talking her.
I'm just saying.
My butt's a pancake, and I'm ready to just, wiggle around a little bit.
We're here for a little while. Made it to Darwin. I think it's so novel for us because it just feels like we've been in the middle of nowhere for a long time. But yeah, we're here for a few days. Announcement.
Yes, it is that time to announce our postcard winner for our Sydney postcard, which I will overlay here.
It took us a long time to get to this one, you guys.
Sorry.
The winner is
Narita Bullock. I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce your name, but you are the winner of the Sydney postcard. So if that is you, then
message us on Instagram.
Or send us an email.
And we'll get in touch with you. Or you'll get in touch with us, I guess. And we'll send you the postcard. We're a little bit tired. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming with us.
Sounds great.
So if anyone who has ever been on London, anyone who...
How did this even get here? That is so far away.
But... what I'm going for.
It's definitely
Waiting for connection.
Oh. Locked myself out.
Oh my gosh.